guess that's bamboo there. But really unusual landscape here. Never really seen nothing like this, so I'm hiking on a trail above Chuzenji Lake, which is right near Kegon Falls. So yeah, so it's like a 15-minute bus ride up from there. And this is where I ended up. I just asked the tourist information office where I could hike. I already saw big monkeys down near the lake, and I saw warning signs before entering this trail about bears and monkeys. So I'm sort of trying to be noisy, clapping my hands every now and again, but don't want to see either of those, although the monkeys would be kind of interesting. There, monkeys have a way of being kind of aggressive too, so at least in my experience. So, but this is really something really unusual. It's mid-December. I think it's like high 40s today, Fahrenheit, and beautiful sunny day, so kind of great weather for hiking. Could be a little warmer, but this low bamboo just goes and goes. And there's a river, multiple rivers running through this area, so hopefully we'll cross another river here. But so far, really good, and really happy I went to the tourist information office, because if you just go to the Kegon Falls and the lake, it's kind of just like, okay, there's the waterfall and the lake is... But just getting out of that, just 15-20 minute bus ride, and here you are, another world. So I'm supposed to be walking about 30 minutes to an observation deck. I don't know what we'll observe there, but I'm gonna eat lunch up there. Got some sandwiches from the convenience store in my bag. I've been staying in Nikko, like up from Nikko, like a 10-minute bus ride up from Nikko where the train station is and everything. And it's been really interesting. There's only 2 restaurants open, and some nights there's just 1 restaurant open. There's not that many people. It's a onsen town, so there's water running everywhere through the town, through like little gutters on the sidewalk, and there's just the constant sound of water, and of course the river's running through there. And also in Nikko there's all kinds of temples. It is a tourist destination. It was a 2-hour train ride from Tokyo, and really a nice change. Tokyo's amazing. But this is just so great to get out into nature, and it's off season, so there's like barely any people around, and it's just been really interesting, quiet, peaceful. I mean, if I stop talking, you just don't hear anything. Maybe the river down there and some wind, but hiking in Japan. Privileged to be here. And Japan in general has been really interesting. I just spent 6 weeks in Thailand, and it couldn't be more different.
Yeah, still very spiritual, very nice. Get back here. Yes, thank
Thailand was amazing, and it's just a completely different vibe than here. Here it's the people are very reserved. There's really not that much English. Some people do speak English, but not a lot. And it's just completely different. Everything's very organized here. Everything's in its place. Everything works. But on the other side of that, there's a lot of rules, and I'm sure, I've broken them. I mean, on the train, I had my big bag on my back and this little bag I'm wearing now on my front with a shopping bag. And I'm, you know, in this crowded metro, and I sit down. Luckily, I found a seat. You know, my big bag's behind me, and this guy tells me, "Oh, your bag should be in front of you. You actually spoke English because of etiquette." But I'm like, what am I supposed to do here? You know, like, I'm like in the middle of this busy metro. I'm going to push everyone out of the way and take my bag off. And I just told him it was impossible. And he was nice. He was a nice guy, but it was just funny. Like, he told me that, you know, maybe he was trying to be helpful or something like that, not critical. But there's just, I'm sure I've broken other rules. I mean, I try to be respectful and do my best, but there's just no way to know. Try to make noise every few minutes here to not surprise any animals. But that's one huge difference. Thailand is just like everyone's smiling and ready to interact, and it's always fun and just great people. And the people are nice here too, but there's definitely not like smiles going around, and the interactions are fine, but completely different than Thailand. And you're not going to be cold in Thailand either. I mean, look at this. It's a real winter here. There's probably going to be snow up here in a week or something. And the other thing that's surprising about Japan is it's not as expensive as everyone says. Like, I'm averaging about $70 a night. Yeah, which isn't cheap. But this is I've been in apartments, nice hotels. I'm eating in restaurants for about $10, $11, $12 a meal. So, I mean, it's really not that expensive. Now, it's not like Thailand cheap or, you know, Southeast Asia cheap, but compared to the United States, I mean, we're looking at a half or a third as expensive as staying in a place in the States or eating in a restaurant. So. Alright, so we're about to come down into this valley here. I mean, just look at that. Wow. Man. Never seen anything like this. Which is why I started filming in the first place. And the forest around where I've been staying above Nikko there's all sorts of temples, and I went on a nice forest hike, and that was really something to see these like temples sort of shrouded in the woods there. And there was signs for leeches there, like avoid leeches. So it's just another part of the world here completely, you know. Everything's a little bit different, which is why I'm here. And the food in Japan has been fantastic. My first meal in Japan was in the Chiba area, which was near my apartment, and I had tanmen, which is like ramen, but it has tons of vegetables in it, as well as the broth and the noodles. I had gyozas with them, which are like dumplings, and it was just the best meal, and it was so delicious. And almost every meal I've had here has been fantastic. Even the convenience store food is like not bad, you know. Alright, this is us, the Shinjukahara Observatory. So, lunch today. This is all from Lawson's convenience store. There's no 7-Elevens up here, although 7-Elevens are everywhere in Tokyo. This is the teriyaki chicken and egg. Had that one before, super good. Tuna and egg. So one side tuna, one side egg. It's like egg salad. That's a good one too. And then Beano pea snack. Salt and pepper flavor. Haven't had those. Got some nuts that I brought from Thailand. And some kind of juice that I got because it says it has vitamin C. I haven't been able to find fruit up here other than bananas. So thought I'd get some vitamins. I'm sure it's loaded with sugar as well, but okay. I'm currently observing. Gonna figure out after lunch here where to hike from here. I've got the timetables for the bus back to Nikko there, so I'm all set for that, but have to have a look at the hiking map and see where we're headed from here. All right, had lunch there. Actually ran into a couple of Americans. Haven't spoken to Americans in a really long time. Whoa. I don't know if it's because I'm in Japan, but it looks Japanese to me. The shapes, the way the trees are, the shape of the water. Wow. There's the other side. Opens up a little. Alright, let's figure out these signs. Oh yeah, Ryuzu Falls, that's the one I want. Great. Okay, so that's not far at all then. The problem is I might get there too soon. I don't want to leave this area too soon. And this is scenic walk across open fields. Well, I might do that before I do the falls. Because I think the falls, I mean, it's probably like 20 minutes away or something. Okay, can't understand any of that, but... Alright, well, so it's only 2:40 right now. Sun goes down around 4:30, and the falls where I'm going to end my hike is only a 15-minute walk, and I know there's a bus that runs from there, so definitely going to hang out, maybe walk in the open fields over there. But wow, look at this river, and not a person in sight. I mean, wow. You know, I know in the summer this is probably, you can swim and it's just amazing, but off season, when you're all alone in these places, I mean, definitely has value. Wow. Look how it's, you can see that's frozen water right there, so it's definitely freezing at night. Wow. The problem is if I stop, I'm going to get really cold, so I can't really just hang out and look at this, so I'm just going to keep walking along it. And don't slip. Whoa, that has a little thin layer. Very thin layer of like frozen moss. Oof. So definitely going to be more careful now. Just look at this. I mean, I don't know if it's because I'm in Japan, but, or like my state of mind is in that mode, but that just looks, there's just something about everything here. It just looks Japanese. The bamboo, the style of the pine trees, the shape that the water is cut into this. I mean, it could be like out of one of those Japanese animations right now. Wow, really beautiful. Do not get hurt here. Oof, there's holes, there's slippery stuff. Alright, I'm gonna head up on the trail here and get to those open fields that the sign spoke about. What a day. I didn't have any idea I would be up doing this today. Definitely a place I would recommend visiting, Japan. It's just, the culture's so preserved, it's so unique, and so itself, you know, it hasn't been completely diluted by Western influence or anything like that. It's very much its own place, and you can't ask for much more when you're traveling. And I am actually pretty cold right now. I have that other layer in my bag. I might do that, especially when the sun goes down. But my hotel has an onsen, or a hot spring tub, and it's included in the price. And after a day like today, man, it is going to be so sweet to take all my clothes off, get in my little kimono they give me, and jump in that hot water. And that's just a perfect combination. Okay. Yep, so gonna go back to where I came. That's where I started. That's where the bus let me off, Akanuma. And I'm gonna end up at Ryuzu and catch the bus back to Nikko town. It's probably about a 40-minute bus ride, 45 minutes. Nice clear water. Probably pretty clean. Okay. Right-hand traffic. So Japan, being Japan, has rules on this walkway. So just the fact that there's a right-hand traffic sign there tells me that in summer, I mean, this place must be a zoo. So I would prefer leafless trees and everything else that comes along with winter to you know, tourist madness, people everywhere, can't relax. I mean, just being here in the quiet nature is huge value. There are two bear species found in Japan, the Asiatic black bear and the Ezo brown bear. That is the habitat for Asia. Though not so aggressive, they may attack if suddenly confronted. So, just make sure you don't run into one, basically. Make plenty of noise when you walk. So, between May and September, this is a famous fishing area. And you can see why. You can just cast your line right in there. You can even see the fish, probably. Let's just say, watch your step when it's snowy. So I wouldn't imagine the snow's too far off here. Another couple of weeks. Oh wow, there's all sorts of ducks. All right, nice open view of things here. One thing about traveling like pretty much full time is, I mean, the amount I walk every day, it's got to be miles and miles of walking every day. So I do other exercises to stay in shape, but I'm usually so burnt out from everything that I honestly don't even feel I need to exercise that much, just because I've already walked like, I don't know, 2 hours today. And it's going to be 3 hours by the time I'm done, and that's just like a normal day, so. Alright, I'm going to wrap it up and head on back. Next stop, Ryuzu Falls. Oh. Oh, nice one. Alright, that's not even Ryuzu Falls yet, so we're almost there though. Alright, we're on the walkway leading up to Ryuzu Falls here. And hopefully my bus stop. Sun is about to go down and it is pretty cold. My nose is like about to crack off. It just keeps on going. Maybe this is it. I don't know. Tunnels down into some hole over there. Nikko National Park. Ryuzu Falls. Maybe this is it. Alright, pretty good. Yeah, Nikko Park, baby. Japan.
Bus stop 28, 梅の駅中禅寺。下一站28号